Hi everyone, I'm back with another tutorial, and this time it's the long-awaited, sorry for the delay, it's been a crazy couple of weeks, tips and tricks to do with eyeliner. It seemed to be quite a popular choice, and I know that I've had several queries and questions before about different eyeliner techniques and whatnot, so that's what I'm going to cover today. I'm not going to do any makeup as such, I'm just going to explain a few things, give you a few tips and show you a few tools as well that you can use to help with your eyeliner makeup. So I'll get right into it. So the first tip that I'm going to give you is to do with top eyeliner. Liquid eyeliner can be a very harsh look, which sometimes is what you're looking for, a very thick, crisp, harsh black line, but sometimes you might want to line your top lash line but without it looking quite so obvious, and for that you really should have a brush a bit like this. It's very thin and it's very flat, and that's what you want to create the line. So with a brush like this, you'd use whatever colour you wanted, it can be any colour for the look that you want, and you would use this, dab it in the product, and you'd actually lay that on the top lash line and sort of wiggle it around and get that in between the lashes, because I don't know whether you'll agree with me, sometimes you can put top eyeliner on and it doesn't actually come up, it doesn't show up between the lashes, and so you can see flesh colour. So this is what you would use, even if you were using liquid eyeliner, sometimes there's that little fleshy colour, so you would then use this, dab it in black or whatever colour you're using, and make sure you get between the lashes. But for this purpose, I'm talking about just using powder. So you do that in the same way, lay it on, wiggle it, but also a nice technique as well is to actually use it to drag that colour up slightly, and that will give you a really sort of smoked, more blended look rather than just a thick black line or whatever. So that's my first tip. I think you should definitely get yourself one of these if you haven't already. Okay, so my next tip, someone actually asked me on my makeup page on Facebook, Amos Corruption Makeup Design, Lauren I think it was, asked what tips I had for eyeliner when it actually ends up moving and travelling down your face, and there's 3 different tips for that. The first one is you can actually buy waterproof eyeliners or eyeline pencils. I've not tried them myself, I have to admit, but I've not heard particularly great feedback about them, to be honest, so I'm not sure really whether it's worth spending the money and actually going out and buying one. So I'll leave that up to you to decide really, or maybe I'll buy a waterproof one and trial it myself and see what I think. So that's the first tip. The next tip is to actually have eyeshadow and run it just under here first. Ideally you would prime the whole eye area before applying makeup anyway, and that's underneath as well, so you'd prime, then put the eyeshadow just underneath there, and what that does is that creates a barrier of sorts, so when you actually put your eyeliner pencil on your waterline, it's gonna stop at the powder. So that's another one. It probably won't last all day, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. It works up to a point, but I don't think really there's anything that's going to completely stop it. But these are things that are going to really help. The third tip for helping with the running of eyeliner is to actually set it with a powder. I have done this before. Initially I thought, oh, that's not good because you're going to get powder in your eye, but actually it works very well. So you would line your waterline as normal, and then you would take a sort of flat brush, not like this, like an eyeshadow flat pack brush, and you'd put the colour eyeshadow on there that you wanted, or the same colour as your eyeliner, and you would just dab that on over the pencil, and that sets it, and it makes sure that it's not going to move quite as quickly. You could combine any of these tips as well to give yourself a better chance of keeping that makeup in place. Another eyeliner tip that I'm going to give you is to actually use either a white or sort of beigey colour eyeliner. In my opinion, not enough people do this. It can look quite Barbie dollish depending on what other makeup you've got going on, but as with all makeup, it's the context that you wear it in that really makes the difference. And the idea with this white eyeliner or beigey skin tone type eyeliner is it actually reduces the look of tiredness, and it brightens and widens the eye. It makes your eye appear larger than it actually is. So when I use it, mainly I'll put the white or beigey colour eyeliner on my waterline, and in effect I will fake a waterline. And how I'd do that is to put whatever colour I wanted to line my eye with on my actual lash line. So then it's like, that's your eye white because you've done your waterline with white eyeliner. Then essentially where your lash line should be is where your new waterline will be, because you've made it look like that. And then you would put sort of mid-tone eyeshadows underneath that to create the shadow under the eye. So that's a really good tip, and how to reduce tiredness, make your eye brighter, and actually make it look larger. Just another really quick tip, because I have done this in the past myself as well. Don't forget that you can double up the uses of makeup. So for example, you could use a blush for an eyeshadow, or an eyeshadow for blush, and the same with eyeliner. You could use the eyeliner as a lip liner, or you could use it as a brow pencil, and this is all different colours. You know, you don't have to stay in the same sort of look all the time. If you wanted, you could use a blue eyeliner on your eyebrows if the event called for it, you know. So make sure that you use your makeup in as many different ways as you can think of to create the looks that you want, and eyeliner is particularly good as a lip liner. With standard pencil eyeliners, it's also very good to actually line the top waterline as well, especially if you've got quite a dark look that you're going for a really smoky eye, a dark smoky eye, or something very edgy or alternative. You really want the whole eye to be properly coloured in black, or whatever colour you're using. So if you've got a very bold eye look that you're going for, make sure you really make the most of everything that you've got to work with, and don't just line the lower waterline, line the top one as well. Tips as far as winged eyeliner goes, obviously you've got your liquid eyeliners, you've got your pencil eyeliners, you've got your gel eyeliners, and you've got eyeshadow as well that you can use to create your wings. And one thing that I get asked on a regular basis, as I know that other makeup artists get asked this a lot as well, is how do you do really good winged eyeliners? And I'm afraid that there's no real cheat to this. Just practice and practice. Don't be scared of it. It's only makeup, you can wipe it off. I would recommend actually practicing when you haven't got loads of other makeup on, you know, getting ready for a night out and you've done all your eyeshadow and everything, and all you've got to do is your winged eyeliner. Probably not a good time to experiment, because if you do get it wrong, you've got to wipe it all off and start again, and it's just a real pain in the backside. So if you've got a spare half an hour or whatever, and you're doing a bit of pampering, waxing and plucking and whatever, spend a bit of time and just have a go yourself. Just keep practicing and eventually you'll get there. But there are a couple of different ways that you can actually create that winged effect. And one way to help you achieve a very neat, very defined wing is to actually first create that shape with the eyeshadow that you're using. So for instance, when I do mine and I've got sort of the outer V colour here, I'll blend the eyeshadow out and up and round, and that has already created that sort of template for the wing. So it's very easy to just go over the top of that and hopefully get it right first time. Another way is to actually use a white eyeliner to actually draw on the stencil, and then that way if you do go wrong it's not as difficult to remove. You've not got black spread all over the face. Very faintly just go on with a white eyeliner, a pencil eyeliner, and just stencil out and sketch out the shape, and then obviously when you're ready to go you just go over the top of it. It's just all about giving yourself a better chance of succeeding first time round. And you can also use your black eyeliner pencil if you're a little bit more confident. Once you've gotten past the whole practice with the white eyeliner, you can go in with a black, and a lot of makeup artists do that because it's easier to remove pencil than it is liner. So you just go in, draw the shape, and then you can go over with your liquid eyeliner. Also, it's quite nice to do that if you want an extra black. Some liquid eyeliners go on really nice and jet black, but then they sort of go a little translucent. I don't necessarily think it's to do with the cost of the product, but obviously all products are different and have their fors and againsts. I can't remember which one it was that I used. It might have even been an Avon product, but it sort of ended up going a bit translucent. So if you're working with something like that, you're giving yourself a better chance of something more striking if you put the pencil underneath it too. Just one that I've sort of tagged on the end here. Sometimes I like to add the sort of cat eye effect along with, if you've got your winged eyeliner, that's sort of a cat eye. But also to team that up with something that will give it that extra edge is to actually fill your eyeliner in, right in the tear duct, shape it all the way around. You can see you can go all the way in there, following on from your waterline and into the tear duct and joining it up with the top. And that will actually join up with your top eyeliner if you're wearing any. But what it'll do is it'll frame the whole eye. You're not just stopping with your eyeliner here, you're going right into the corner. For an extra, even more extra impact than that, actually bring your eyeliner out and sort of into the nose and in a spike and back up again, and that elongates the eye and gives it that really sexy cat eye look. So that's all the tips that I can think of at the moment for you. Hopefully there's quite a few in there that you'll be able to take something from, and yeah, I hope that I've helped in some way or at least been informative. So yeah, if you have any requests at all of what future tutorials you would like to see from me, please email me or add me on Facebook and contact me on there. Amos Corruption Makeup Design. I'm on YouTube and Facebook, so drop me a line, say hello. Also, I'm running a giveaway at the moment, so yes, please go and visit my Facebook page for more information on that. And other than that, thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye!